Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Pro Strategy Football 2023-1970 alternate divisional playoffs, Broncos versus the Bengals. This is from my 1970 alternate replay of the Boston Patriots. Glad that's over with. They were god-awful. And Fran Tarkenton led New York Giants. Divisional playoffs, PC versus PC. Broncos 9-3-2, AFC Wildcard winners, taking on the number one seeded Cincinnati Bengals 13-1. They won the AFC Central championship. They're the AFC Central champions, Winner advances to the AFC championship game, one step away from the Super Bowl. Up next, kickoff, Broncos versus Bengals. The road to the Super Bowl continues. Joining us here in snowy Cincinnati, David Gardner, Steeler fan 1933, Rob's Rules, and Brandon Linville. Cincinnati went 13-1. Incredible year in this alternate replay. Their only loss came back in Week 5 at home. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Bengals 31-12. The Denver Broncos really came in hot, winning this wild card. Denver has won 7 in a row. Cincinnati, they've won 9 in a row. Someone's row has got to go. Snow falls here at Cincinnati, 29 degrees. Mild wind. Let's run our analysis. Run it 1,000 times. Cincinnati 7-point favorites at home, over under 32. Cincinnati, when they won in our analysis, they were victorious 22-10. They won almost 75% of the time. As you see, 74.70% of the time. Denver, when they won in the simulation, 19-13. Again, it's just an analytics of the game. Doesn't mean that's the way it's going to go. We've seen games, and they have not always gone the way of analytics. Quickly scout the teams, and let's start with the visiting Denver Broncos. Head coach Lou Saban. Saban coached the Patriots twice, I believe, during his coaching career. Father of head coach of Alabama, Nick Saban. Balanced attack. Run predominantly with the halfback. They'll throw mostly to the two wideouts. Favor a 4-3. They bounce between man and zone. Cincinnati head coach, the legendary Paul Brown, favors the run. He'll run the fullback and halfback equally. Pass to the tight end and the two wideouts. They favor the 4-3. They are balanced between man and zone. Let's go back to Denver. Let's look at their offense real quick. Starting quarterback, Pete Litzke, I believe you pronounce his name, or Litzk. We'll say Litzk. Pete Litzk. Let's see how Pete did. Pete threw for 3,158 yards, 17 touchdowns, 15 picks. Not bad. Played in all 14 games. Your running backs, Floyd Little, outstanding. He, averaged 3.7 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns, 840 yards. They spread the ball out, it seems. Then you'll have Crenshaw, Anderson, and Lynch also at running back. Your lead tight end, Jim Whalen. Your best wideouts are Al Denson and Billy Van Heusen. Offensive line, Brunelli, Godek, Kaminsky, Young, and Current. For the Bengals, Virgil Carter is the starting quarterback. He threw for 2,517 yards, 6 picks, 20 touchdowns. That's not bad. Completing 55%. Your running backs, Robinson, Essex Johnson, Jesse Phillips, Doug Dressler. Tight end, Bob Trumpy. He's a good one. Bruce Coslett is not bad. He's a second tight end. Main wideouts, Chip Myers and Speedy Thompson. Offensive line for the Bengals, Wright, Mays, Johnson, Matson, Wilson. Bob Johnson, excellent. You see that 94 rating. Let's go to the defense, and let's look at Denver first. Your defensive line, Rich Jackson, Paul Smith, Dave Costa, Pete Duranko. Those are your 4 down linemen starters. Linebackers, Cunningham, Washington, Forsberg. Defensive backs, Gordon, Thompson. Your safeties, Martha, Greer. For Cincinnati, the down 4, Barry, Reed, Chomsky, Chamansek, and Carpenter. Linebackers, Beauchamp, Avery, Berge. Defensive backs, your cornerbacks, Parrish, Riley. Safeties, Dyer, Smith. Bobby Howfield is the place kicker for Denver. Billy Van Heusen, the punter. For Cincinnati, Horst Muhlman, the kicker. Dave Lewis, the punter. All right, those are your introductions to snowy Cincinnati and Riverfront Stadium. We go. Again, this is PC versus PC. I'm only going to call the game. We will coach the Giants in their playoff game against the Rams as we look for revenge against the Rams. Let's do this, as they say in Pro Strategy Football. Watch live. Denver won the toss. They elect to receive. Mullman to kick off for Cincinnati. Snow falling here at Riverfront Stadium. Broncos setting up for the return. But taking a knee is Anderson in the end zone. Denver will start 1st and 10 at their 20. Anderson and Little are your backs. Denson and Hafner, the wideouts. Lisk is under center. On 1st and 10, man coverage for the Bengals. Lisk hands it to Floyd Little. Little to the right. Struggles for 3. Beauchamp on the tackle for the Bengals. Full house backfield now. Little, Crenshaw, Anderson. 2 tight ends set for the Broncos. 2nd and 7. Lisk looking, throwing, incomplete. Trying to hit Floyd Little out of the backfield. David Solinsky has joined us here at snowy Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. 3rd and 7 now for the Broncos. Embry and Denson to the top of the screen. Van Heusen, Hafner to the bottom. Denver goes 4 wide. Little the lone setback. 3rd and 7. Pete Lisk. It looks like a false start on the Broncos.
False start. Offense.
Thank you, Mike in the truck. Back up the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee. Set yourself free. 3rd and 12 for the Broncos at their 18. They stick with the 4 wide, except Hafner is to the top. Van Heusen, Denson, and Embry to the bottom now. Floyd Little, the lone running back. Motion, top of the screen for the Broncos. Lisk, looking, throwing, middle, post. Complete to Hafner. 1st down. They needed 12. They got 22. Big play by the Broncos, converting on 3rd and long. 1st and 10 for Denver at their 40. 2 tight end set. Denson, the lone wideout. I formation. Anderson, the up back. Little behind him. It's a give to Little to the right. Not much. He struggles. Picks up 2 yards. Bill Berge on the tackle. Rob's Rule. Thank you very much for the donation. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Check out that wonderful channel. Rob's Rules. Always very appreciative of the community. So thank you very much, Rob. God bless, my friend. Hope all is well. 2nd and 8 for Denver at their 42. Anderson and Little are your split backs. Lisk, delayed handoff, little up the middle. He got hit. That ball almost came free. Bill Berge put a big pop on him. 3rd and 6 for Denver. Can they convert again to maintain this drive? Ball at the Denver 44. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Van Heusen, Denson, Embry to the top, Hafner to the bottom. He had that big 22-yard reception on 3rd and 12 to keep the drive alive. Little, the lone running back. Zone coverage for the Bengals. Lisk looking under duress. Throws incomplete. A lot of pressure from the blind side there. Pass intended for Al Denson. Lamar Parrish on the coverage. Bengals got good pressure on Pete Lisk. Van Heusen to punt. So Denver's drive comes to an end. Fair catch for Parrish on the 42-yard punt. Cincinnati will start 1st and 10 at their 14. That's right, Lou Saban. Yes, he is. Lou Saban is Nick Saban's dad. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Someone look that up. Lou Saban is Nick Saban's dad. I thought that was, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. That's a possibility. Distant cousins. I don't know about that. I could be wrong. I thought that was his dad. If someone else would like to confirm that, that's cool. Wikipedia is not always right. And I'm not always right, so we'll find out. I do know that Lou Saban was also a scout for the Yankees. If Wikipedia says that's wrong, they're full of poop. Here we go. 1st and 10. At the Cincinnati 14, Phillips and Robinson are your backs. Thomas Myers are the wideouts. Bob Trumpy is at tight end. Virgil Carter under center on 1st and 10. Motion for Cincinnati. Carter gives it to Phillips. Phillips up the middle. Good tough run. Picks up 8. Brought down by Dave Costa. That's going to be interesting to find out. I thought that was his dad. I'm almost sure it was his dad. Full house backfield for Cincinnati. Robinson. I believe that's Jones and Phillips. 2 tight end set for Cincinnati. Essex Johnson gets the carry to the left on the trap play. 5 yards for Essex Johnson. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati at their 27. More traditional set now, the 2 backs, Robinson and Phillips. 1st and 10. Motion, Cincinnati, bottom of the screen. Carter pitches to Phillips. Phillips with another good run, cuts back middle. Frank Del Plato, Lou Saban, head coach. That's right, the Buffalo Bills with O.J. Simpson. He coached the Patriots, Broncos. I want to say he coached the Patriots twice. And the Buffalo Bills. Also was a baseball scout for the New York Yankees. And I thought that was Nick Saban's dad. I thought that, but C.B. Blackard says Wikipedia says distant cousins. And if that's right, that's right. But I thought I read and heard somewhere that was his dad. I can be wrong. I've been wrong many a time. 2nd and 6 for the Bengals at their 31. Carter will take the snap. They go to the left with Phillips. He's got the 1st down. Cincinnati with a good ground and pound. 6 yards for Jesse Phillips. He's a former Patriot, I believe. Under 10 to play in the first quarter. Ball at the Cincinnati 37. Cincinnati goes 4 wide. Myers to the bottom. Crabtree, Thomas, and Lamb to the top. Robinson the lone setback. Carter under center. Motion for Cincinnati. Virgil Carter hands it to Robinson to the right. Not much at all. No gain. Excellent job by the front 7 of the Broncos. 2nd and 10 for Cincinnati at their 37. Phillips and Robinson are the backs for Cincinnati. Carter pitches to Phillips. Phillips to the right. Struggles for 1. Rich Jackson on the tackle for the Broncos. Virgil Carter goes off the field. Sam Weich is coming in at quarterback. Oh my Lord. Virgil Carter, who led Cincinnati to a 13-1 record. Steeler Fan 1933. Wikipedia lists Nick's father as Nick Lou Saban Sr. and does say that Lou that was the football coach is Nick's... Okay, cool. All right. Thank you for the information. I always thought that was his dad. My faux pas. That's still a very confusing statement there. Wikipedia lists Nick's father as Nick Lou Saban Sr. and does say that Lou... Oh, different. Oh, I got it. Oh, that's a great quote. This is when he was coaching the Broncos. This is, Lou Saban quote. Directed to a biased ref. You're killing us, Whitey. You're killing us. So here comes Sam Wychin on 3rd and 9. Bengals, Myers and Crabtree to the top. Thomas and Lamb to the bottom. Robinson the lone setback. Wyche in for the injured Virgil Carter. Sam Wyche back to pass. Pocket holds up. Wyche throwing a deep out. Incomplete. Intended for Speedy Thompson. Charlie Greer on the coverage. Flag on the play.
Offense.
Holding on the Bengals. The Broncos will decline. The Bengals will punt with Lewis. Here's Lewis on the punt. Oh, it's a Shankapalooza. Fielding is Floyd Little. Doesn't get much. 2 yards on the 33-yard punt. Denver starts 1st and 10 at their 31. 7:22 to play in the first quarter. Both teams have had a possession. Nothing to show for it. Broncos have Anderson and Little in the split backfield. Hafner, Dents in the wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. Zone coverage for Cincinnati. Motion for Denver. Lisk, sweep. Floyd Little to the left. He'll pick up 4 to 5. They'll give it a 4-yard gain. Lamar Parrish on the stop of Floyd Little. 2nd and 6. Under 7 to play in the first quarter. Lisk under center, leading the Denver Bronco offense. Little to the right. Struggles for 2. Mike Reed brings down Floyd Little. 3rd and 4. Bob's Tabletop Sports has joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. He says, good evening, Al, in the chat. We're learning things tonight, Bob. We're learning things. I always thought Lou Saban was the father of Nick Saban. I have this CB Blackard says no. Wikipedia said something different, and Steeler Fan confirms that. But it's a confusing statement. So, again, and I'll get off the subject. Wikipedia lists Nick's father as Nick Lou Saban Sr. and does say that the Lou that was the football coach is Nick's distant cousin. So they're related. I was close. Thank you for the information, though. Here we go, 3rd and 4, 4 wide for the Broncos. Motion, top of the screen for Denver. Lisk to throw. Floyd Little picks up a nice block on the rush, but it's incomplete. A beautiful block thrown by Floyd Little. But Pete Lisk and the Broncos could not take advantage of that. It'll be 4th down. Van Heusen will punt with 5:54 left in the first quarter. Snow continues to fall here in Cincinnati at Riverfront Stadium. A good punt by Van Heusen. Fair catch by Parrish at the 10. That was a 53-yard punt by Denver's Billy Van Heusen. As Rob's rule says, Little gets a little. Virgil Carter, word from the Cincinnati sidelines is he's A-okay. So Carter back in under center. As Sam Wyche came in, Carter was out. Phillips and Robinson are your running backs. Myers, Thomas, your wideouts. Bob Trumpy is the tight end to the bottom of the screen. CB Blackard. Paul Brown rivaled Tom Landry for the best dressed and hat worn. They both had fedoras, correct? On the sidelines. Carter calls for motion. It's a handoff up the middle. Phillips bounces to the outside. So Phillips picks up 3. It was bottled up in the middle. Good job by Jesse Phillips to keep his legs a churning. 2nd and 7, about 5 to play in the first quarter. I formation for Cincinnati. Phillips, the up back. Robinson behind him. Man coverage for the Broncos. Play action. Quick out. Myers incomplete. Bill Thompson did not fall for the play action fake. He was all over Chip Myers. 3rd and 7 for the 13-1 Bengals at their 13. They go 4 wide, 3 to the bottom. Crabtree, Thomas, and Lamb, 1 to the top. Chip Myers, Robinson, the lone setback on 3rd and 7. Carter, middle, complete. Myers, who's immediately brought down by George Sames. 4th and 2. Lewis to punt from his 2. Broncos come after it. They don't get there. Broncos should have good field position here. Lewis, that is a hell of a punt, though. And it's going to slide away out of bounds. 48-yard punt for Lewis. Broncos start fairly good field position at the Denver 34. So Pete Lisk and the offense get another opportunity here. Anderson and a little R, your backs. Whalen's a tight end. Denson and Hafner, your wideouts. Man coverage, 4 down linemen for the Bengals. Lisk rolls a bit to the right. Throws complete to Denson. He breaks a tackle but slips in the snow. It's a gain of 17. Lisk to Al Denson. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at their 49. Broncos to the line of scrimmage. Lisk barks out the signals. Pitch left. Anderson, the fullback, gains the corner. 1st down. 13 yards for Bobby Anderson. Broncos at the Cincinnati 36. Lisk assessing the situation. Lisk to throw. Under duress, he is sacked. Pressure right up the gut. Ken Avery brings down Pete Lisk. That's a 7-yard loss. The white hat, as CB Blackard asks, is the white hat beneath the score a placeholder for the coach's picture? No, what the white hat means is it's PC versus PC. Because this game is a takeoff on Tom Landry football that Kerry Batts worked on with Tom Landry back in the day. And that's a homage, the fedora, meaning that the PC is coaching the game. It's a homage to Tom Landry. The coach's photos are in the game. Well, if you have to load them in. As Steeler Fan 1933 says, the white hat signifies the team is being coached by the CPU AI. You are correct. 2nd and 17 after the sack for the Broncos at the Cincinnati 43. Cincinnati looks like they're playing a 2-deep zone. Broncos go 4 wide with Floyd Little in the backfield. Little stays in the block. Lisk throwing middle deep. Complete to Van Heusen on the post. And he fumbles. It is a gain of 34. The ball is punched out from behind. The Bengals recover. So what looked to be a huge play for the Broncos turns into a disaster. Cincinnati has the ball. Let's watch the replay in slow motion. Lisk throws a beautiful post pattern to Van Heusen. Snow continues to fall here. The ball is slippery. Van Heusen breaks a tackle. Is hit from behind. The pigskin comes loose. The slippery ball falls to the Bengals. Bengals take over after the horrible fumble by Van Heusen. 1st and 10 at their 9. Virgil Carter is the quarterback. Myers and Thompson the wideouts. Bob Trumpy the tight end. Robinson and Phillips your setbacks. Carter to throw. Oh, it's a flea flicker. Carter throws deep. Incomplete. They had me fooled. Delayed handoff. Then the flea flicker back to Carter. He tried to hit Speedy Thompson. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Carter under center. Under 2 to play in the first quarter. Handoff. Robinson to the left. Picks up a block. 6 yards. That will leave 3rd and 4 for Denver at their 15. 1:18 and counting in this scoreless first quarter. What a huge fumble. You can see Van Heusen on the sideline just hanging his head for the Broncos. Carter. Can he convert here on 3rd and 4? delay a game on Cincinnati. There is some confusion there.
Delay of game. Offense.
Thank you, Mike in the truck. 3rd and 9 from the Cincinnati 10. Cincinnati will go 4 wide, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Myers, Crabtree to the top, Thomas and Lamb to the bottom. Robinson, the lone running back, on 3rd and 9. Carter to throw. Carter has time. Incomplete. Bad pass by Virgil Carter. Cincinnati will punt. Lewis will punt from his end zone. Denver going after it. Lewis quickly gets the punt off. Floyd Little breaks to the outside, gets the midfield. 48-yard punt. You got to give a lot of credit to Dave Lewis. He was under a lot of duress. Little, no fear by Floyd Little, came up, fielded the football, picks up 8. First quarter coming to an end. 1:06 left in a scoreless first quarter here at snowy, windy Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ball at midfield for the Broncos. Denson, Hafner are your wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. Little and Anderson the running backs. Lisk under center facing a 2-deep zone. Hand off to the left. Floyd Little cuts back middle, picks up 8. Nice run by Floyd Little. 2nd and 2. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Lisk hands it to Little to the right. First down, bust through. Good, tough run by Floyd Little. 12 yards before Bill Berge and company gang tackle Floyd. That should be the last play of the first quarter, and it is. 15 minutes have been played. 15 more minutes before halftime. Oops. So 1st and 10, we switch sides. Ball at the Cincinnati 30. Pitch out to Anderson. Anderson to the right, picks up 2, tackled by Mike Reed. Ball at the Cincinnati 28, 2nd and 8. Split backfield of Little and Anderson. Man coverage for the Bengals. Little to the right is driven out of bounds. He'll lose 2. Excellent lateral pursuit by Cincinnati. 3rd and 10. Broncos, they were down here with a huge pass play when Van Heusen fumbled. Hafner to the top of the screen. Van Heusen, Denson, Embry to the bottom. Floyd Little, the lone setback, on 3rd and 10. Snow continues to fall. Motion top of the screen for Denver. And Denver shoots themselves in the foot. False start.
False start. Offense.
Mark Russell has joined us. Hope all's well. It's good to see the goalposts on the goal line, right where they should be. Yes, Kerry's very receptive, Mark. Sometimes it takes time to do things. Game's an excellent game. 3rd and 15 now for the Broncos. Motion top of the screen, 4 wide. Lisk looking, throwing, incomplete. Embry went high, ball off his fingertips. Fletcher Smith on the coverage. They're going to go for a long field goal here. It's a 7-yard difference, so this is a 42-yard field goal in the snow. Howfield. The kick is up. I don't think he's got it. He shanks it left. 42-yard attempt by Bobby Howfield. Wide left. We are still scoreless in this first half of the divisional playoff game between the Wildcard Denver Broncos, the number 1 seed, AFC Central champs, 13-1 Cincinnati Bengals. Yep, Bob Trumpy was a color commentator. He's an excellent tight end. Cincinnati to the line of scrimmage, led by Virgil Carter on 1st and 10. There's a flag. Phillips to the right. Picks up 1. I think there was a flag. No, an injury. Speedy Thompson is out for the game trying to throw a block. He got concussed. And not even a Snickers bar will help Speedy, as he got his bell rung. Ring my bell, ring my bell. So he's out for the game. Paul Dunn will take his place for the Bengals. 2nd and 9. Robinson and Phillips are your backs. Dunn and Myers, the wideouts. Bob Trumpy, bottom of the screen, tight end. Carter pitches to Robinson, brought down in the backfield. Loss of 3. Carl Cunningham blew up that play. 3rd and 12 for Cincinnati at their 18. 2 deep zone for the Broncos. Motion, bottom of the screen for Cincinnati. Virgil Carter, pocket holds up. He throws to the sticks. Complete to Chip Myers. First down. That's a gain of 16. 11:37 and counting in this first half. No score here in snowy Cincinnati, Riverfront Stadium. I formation, 2 tight end set for the Bengals. Phillips the up back, Robinson behind him. Carter to throw, middle. Complete to Bob Trumpy. He fumbles, but he gets the ball back. There's a flag on the field. It's a 22-yard completion to Trumpy. There was a fumble, but Trumpy got the ball back. What's the flag? Holding on Cincinnati. Bring back the 22 yards. 1st and 20 for the Bengals at the 24. Carter to throw. Short middle. Incomplete. Pass intended for Paul Dunn. Well covered by Carl Cunningham. 2nd and 20. Lamb and Dunn to the top as the Bengals go 4 wide. Crabtree and Myers to the bottom. Robinson the lone setback. Carter to throw. Robinson leaves the backfield. Quick out. Incomplete. Once again the target, Paul Dunn. 3rd and 20. This looks like to be a 3 deep zone by the Broncos. 4 wide. Robinson, the lone running back for Cincinnati. Virgil Carter drops back. Throws. Lamb. Incomplete. He tried to get Lamb in the seam, but there's a flag. There's a flag. If this is on the Broncos, Cincinnati picks up a first down. Nope. It is on Cincinnati. Too many men. Penalty declined. Bengals to punt with Lewis. 10:46 left in this first half of football. No score. Thompson on the return to the right gets it to the 40. That's a 10-yard return on a 46-yard punt. Denver, led by Lisk, 1st and 10. Whalen at tight end. Hafner, Denson, the wideouts. Anderson and Little, the running backs. Motion, top of the screen for Denver. Lisk throws, quick out, incomplete. Pass in the direction of Mike Hafner. Slipped out of the ball. The ball slipped out of the hands of Pete Lisk. 2nd and 10 for Denver. It's a handoff. Little bounces to the outside to the right. He's got, just tripped up. I thought he was going to get there. Lamar Parrish lunged and tripped up Floyd Little, but it's a gain of 9. 3rd and 1 for the Broncos. Under 10 to play in this first half. No score. I formation for Denver. Anderson the up back. They give it to Anderson. The fullback has it. Picks up 2. Bill Berge on the stop. Just over 9 to play in the first half. Lisk looks like he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Lisk to throw underneath to Anderson. He's tackled for a yard loss. Al Beauchamp did a beautiful job of reading that play. 2nd and 11 coming up for Denver. I formation now. Anderson the up back, Little behind him. Hafner and Denson the wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. 2nd and 11. It's a blitz. Lisk scrambles away from the rush. Throws incomplete. A lot of pressure on Pete Lisk. 3rd and 11, 8:30 left in the first half. Denver goes 4 wide. Hafner to the top, Van Heusen, Denson, Embry to the bottom. Little the lone running back. Lisk looks, throws, complete to Denson. He's got the first. He holds on to the pigskin. That's a gain of 16. Under 8 to play in the first half. Denver, at the Cincinnati 34. Lisk hands it to Little. Little traps the middle, busts through. He's got one man to beat. He's tripped up near the 10. 22-yard run by Floyd Little. Touchdown saving tackle by Fletcher Smith. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Excellent blocking on the trap. And watch Floyd Little pinballing off would-be tacklers. Fletcher Smith with the touchdown saving tackle. Mark Russell says, getting my team Pacific Whalers ready for the cold snap IPFC co-op project that will be starting soon. Very cool, Mark. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the Cincinnati 12, trying to break through the ice first. Split backs are Anderson and Little on first down. Motion top of the screen for the Broncos. Lisk, play action, throws, Whalen, the tight end, well covered by Fletcher Smith. So it's 2nd and 10. 2 tight end set, I formation, power football for Denver. It's a run blitz, Little to the right, picks up 2. 3rd and 8. Now Denver will try to stretch out this Bengals defense. Hafner, Van Heusen to the top, Denson and Embry to the bottom. Floyd Little, the lone setback. You got to watch a trap or a delay here by the Broncos. Lisk, Little, touchdown. I believe it was a trap. No, it was a straight dive play. They spread out the Bengals defense, and Floyd Little does the rest, plunging in from 8 yards out. Nesty plunge in the snow, in like Errol Flynn. 6-0 Denver. Here's the replay in slow motion. Tremendous blocking by that offensive line of Denver, and then it's Floyd Little's determination to get in. Here's the extra point by Howfield. He missed oh my lord, he misses the extra point, so he's missed a field goal and an extra point. Bobby Howfield just shaking his head. I don't know if you want to go back to the sidelines and coach Lou Saban. 6-0 Denver. That could be a huge miss. So Denver's missed a field goal. They've missed an extra point. Van Heusen fumbled on a huge play that brought him into the red zone. Cincinnati, they're living a charmed life even though they're down 6-0. Here's the kickoff by a disgusted Howfield. 6:23 to play in the first half. Snow continues to fall. That ball slip slides out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati 13-1. They're down 6-0 in this divisional playoff game. Phillips and Robinson are your backs. Myers and Dunn, your wideouts. Bob Trumpy's the tight end. Virgil Carter under center. Carter drops back, throws. Incomplete. He threw behind Dunn. So it's 2nd and 10. From the Cincinnati 20. Motion, top of the screen for the Bengals. Virgil Carter takes it himself. Picks up 3. It will leave 3rd and 7 for Cincinnati. Cincinnati decides to go 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 4 wide. Lamb and Dunn to the top. Crabtree and Myers to the bottom. Robinson the setback. Trumpy's not on the field. Carter under center on 3rd and 7. Virgil Carter. They keep the back in for protection. Incomplete. That'll be a punt by Lewis on 4th and 7. 6-0 Broncos. Lewis gets the punt off. Broncos. Little fields it, and he is quite quickly, It's only a 1-yard return. They try to dislodge Floyd Little of his senses and the pigskin. Good job by Little holding on to that ball. 5:24 left in the half. 6-0 Denver. Ball at their 36. Denson and Hafner are your wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. Anderson and Little are the running backs. Motion, bottom of the screen for Denver. Lisk, Little to the right, picks up 3. 2nd and 7, under 5 to play now. Broncos with the ball. Lisk, incomplete. Pass intended for Al Dennison, 3rd and 7. Rob's rules with the donation again. You don't have to do that, Rob. I greatly appreciate it. He says, a little more for the Nestea plunge. Thank you very much. Again, check out Rob's Rules wonderful channel. Hope all is well with you and your family. How's your daughter doing? 3rd and 7. 4:39 left in the first half. 6-0 Denver. Ball at the Denver 39. 4 wideouts. Little the lone setback. Lisk to throw. Little out of the backfield. Denson complete. He gets to the outside, racing down the sidelines. Tripped up around the 35 of the Cincinnati Bengals. Here come the Broncos. Pete Lisk, Al Dennison, 27 yards. The chains move once again. 3:57 left in the first half. Denver threatening from the Cincinnati 34. Motion for the Broncos. Lisk, Little, left, 2 yards. Rob Carpenter and company bring down Floyd Little. 2nd and 8. Just over 3 to play in this first half. Anderson and Little are in the backfield for the Broncos. Pitch out to Little. Little to the right. No gain. Wonderful lateral pursuit by the Cincinnati Bengals. That will bring up 3rd and 8 with 2:37 and counting in this first half. Hafner to the top of the screen. Van Heusen, Denson, and Embry to the bottom. That's a 4 wide out set for Denver. Floyd Little, the running back. On 3rd and 8. Lisk to throw. Floyd Little picks up the block on the rush. Incomplete, falling down as he tried to make his cut was Mike Hafner for the Broncos. So with 2:30 left in the first half, 6-0 Denver. Here comes Bobby Howfield. He's missed a field goal. He's missed an extra point. This is a 39-yard attempt. He puts it down, and he's going to shank it right this time. Unbelievable. Lou Saban is glaring at Bobby Howfield. He's missed a 42-yarder left, extra point left, and now a 39-yard attempt right. It is still 6-0 Denver. Paul Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals, you have to say, are leading a charmed life. Bengals take over at their 20 with 2:24 to play in the first half. They trail by 6. Rob's rule says, oh my God. Myers and Dunn, the wideouts. Trumpy's the tight end. Phillips and Robinson, the running backs. Pitch to Robinson. Robinson strung out of bounds. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Cincinnati quickly gets to the line of scrimmage, 4 wide. Robinson, the lone running back. Carter throws. Top of screen. Complete to Chip Myers, who gets out of bounds. Gain of 15. Again, Cincinnati quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs, Phillips and Robinson. It's the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Cincinnati trying to put some points on the board here. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at their 37. I formation. Phillips the up back. Robinson behind him. Dunn and Myers the wideouts. Bob Trumpy the tight end. Carter takes the snap. Under duress. Throws a quick out to the safety valve. Jesse Phillips. Out of bounds. No gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Cincinnati goes 4 wide with Robinson as the lone running back. Again, they're taking Trumpy off the field, one of their best players. I don't understand that. Motion, bottom of the screen. Carter. Quick hitter to Dunn. 1 yard. Tackled. 3rd and 9. Cincinnati rushes to the line of scrimmage. Carter rolls right. Throws right. Incomplete to Dunn. Dunn has come in due to the injury. They've targeted him several times. He's not made a catch, though, that I can remember. 4th and 9. Lewis to punt. From about his 21, Lewis gets the punt off. 6-0 Denver. Thompson fields it, avoids the first tackler, picks up 6. So the 44-yard punt will net out to the ball being spotted at the Denver 24. D. Scott Howard, how you doing, my friend? D. Scott says, that's what I call football weather. Yes, indeed. The Goat Whisperer. Hope all is well. I formation for the Broncos. They have 3 timeouts and 1:20. A long way to go, a short time to get there. What movie's that from? What movie is that from? A long way to go and a short time to get there. Here come the Broncos. Lisk to throw. Sideline incomplete. Looking for Hafner at the top of the screen. 2nd and 10. Mike Hafner is down. Jerry Hendren will come in now for the Broncos. Broncos go 4 wide with Hendren, Van Heusen to the top, Denson, Embry to the bottom. Floyd Little, the lone setback. I'd go screen here to Floyd Little if I was coaching. Motion, bottom of the screen for the Broncos. Lisk hits Embry. It looks like Cincinnati was blitzing on the backside, and it was their right outside linebacker coming. So good job by Pete Lisk reading that. That's a gain of 7, 3rd and 3. Denver uses their first timeout. 1:07 left in this first half. 6-0 Denver. Little pitch. He's not going to get there. It was nearly stuffed in the backfield. It was a pitch left. Then went. Little avoided the tackle. Went to his right. He needed 3. Only got 2. 4th and 1. Van Houston to punt. That flag will be on Denver. Looks like they jumped. Punt goes out of bounds.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
Cincinnati declines. 56 seconds left in the first half. Cincinnati 3 timeouts. 13-1 Bengals are in danger of going to halftime down 6-0. They're going to go 4 wide. Lamb, Dunn, Crabtree to the top. Chip Myers to the bottom. Robinson the lone setback. Virgil Carter under center. Carter to throw. The pocket holds up. He throws to the out. Complete to Crabtree. Crossing midfield to the 40, 45, and tripped up inside the 45 of Denver. That is a 43-yard pitch and catch. Virgil Carter to Eric Crabtree. Cincinnati uses their first timeout. 50 seconds left. Here come the Bengals looking to strike and strike hard. I formation. Phillips the up back. Robinson behind him. Motion. Bengals. Bottom of the screen. Carter throws to the out. Dunn makes his first reception. Out of bounds. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Hafner for the Broncos. Word from the sidelines. He'll be back in the game. Next, when Denver is on the field for offense. 45 seconds left in this first half. 2nd and 3. Cincinnati has at the Denver 26. Lamb and Dunn to the top. Crabtree and Myers to the bottom. Robinson the lone running back. Crabtree directing the offense. Under center. Crabtree pitches to Robinson. Robinson's got the first down and scampers out of bounds. Looked like a late hit, but there's no flag there. It's a gain of 6. 1st and 10 at the Denver 20. How bad are those 2 missed field goals and the extra point now looming for Denver? Again, 4 wide for Cincinnati. Motion, top of the screen. Carter under duress, pressure in his face. He throws, complete to Crabtree, tripped up at the 2. They'll actually move it back to the 3. Here's the replay. A lot of pressure on Virgil Carter. Carter able to maneuver enough in the snow to avoid the sack, finding Crabtree on the hook. Crabtree did a good job cutting off the route, seeing his quarterback in distress. 1st and goal for Cincinnati. They use their second timeout. They have 1 left. Carter tried to quick snap it after the timeout. He is sacked. That is a 7-yard loss. Paul Smith got him. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. So they call timeout, then they try to quick snap the ball, hoping to catch the Broncos off guard instead. It is Virgil Carter licking the snow off the field. Cincinnati uses a timeout. They have none left. 30. Wow, they will not run a play on 2nd and goal. Holy cow. They're going to go for a Mullman field goal to cut this lead in half. Sam Weich to hold. Mullman. It's good. So Paul Brown plays it extremely conservative there. You had 30 seconds. I guess he feared a sack. In Virgil Carter, Paul Brown does not trust. 17-yard field goal, good. 6-3, 24 seconds left in the half. Mullman to kick off. Virgil Carter on the sidelines is kind of shaking his head, wanting to have a discussion with Paul Brown. Paul Brown will have none of it. Anderson, on the return of 21 yards, takes it to the 26 of Denver. 18 seconds left. Lisk under center. 6-3 ball game. Lisk looking to deep out route. Complete to Mike Hafner. So it looked like a deep out. Hafner drove off his defender. It was a medium out. Gain of 15. 13 seconds left. Lisk to throw again. Pressure. Lisk scrambles. Throws back the other way. Complete to Floyd Little. He's tackled in bounds. Gain of 9. Denver will use their second timeout. 8 seconds left. 1 timeout. Ball at about midfield. Lisk scrambling. He's going to throw deep. Oh! Off off the fingertips of John Embry. Fletcher Smith might have got a hand on it. That will end the half. Wow. So at the half, it's 6-3 Denver. Remember, Denver had the huge fumble on the big pass play to Van Heusen when they were going to be point-blank range inside the 10. I believe it was inside the 10. Then Bobby Howfield missed a field goal wide left, missed an extra point wide left, missed a 39-yard field goal wide right. Paul Brown played it very conservative near the end of the half with no timeouts. He chose to kick the field goal with 30 seconds left after Virgil Carter was sacked and they had to use their last timeout. So in Virgil Carter, as I stated a few moments ago, Paul Brown does not trust. We go to the third quarter. Here's the kickoff by the Broncos. Cincinnati down 6-3. From the end zone comes Robinson. 10, 15, 20. Shimmy sham spins. Gets past the 25. 26-yard return. Cincinnati starts first and 10 at their 27. D. Scott Howard questioning the great Paul Brown as I am. He says, questionable clock management for sure, D. Scott, for sure. Look at the third down conversions for Denver. I will when we get to the stats on the next play. Phillips and Robinson, their split backs. Dunn and Myers, your wideouts. Trumpy's the tight end. Virgil Carter, a bit pissed off under center. Carter throws middle. Trumpy complete. Bust a tackle. No one's bringing Trumpy back. Bob Trumpy mushing in the snow. Mush, Bob, mush. Touchdown, Bob Trumpy. They finally go to Bob Trumpy. 73 yards and the score. So Bob Trumpy is a musher. Here's the replay in slow motion. Excellent protection for Virgil Carter. Carter taking his frustration out with a beautiful pass to a excellent tight end, Bob Trumpy. The horse has left the barn. His name is Bob Trumpy, and he's not coming back. That is a Nestea plunge in like Flynn, Bob Trumpy. That's the big play the Bengals needed. All those missed opportunities by Denver seem to come back to haunt them at this moment. 9-6. We await the extra point by Molman. The kick is up and good. 10-6 Cincinnati. So just like that, the Bengals strike. Molman will kick off. Denver looking up at the scoreboard. Lou Saban glaring at his kicker, Bobby Howfield. From the end zone comes Anderson. Anderson will get to the 20. Busts the tackle. Brings out to the 25. 29-yard return by Bobby Anderson. Denver down by 4. First and 10 at their 26. They're going two tight ends here. I formation. Anderson the up back. Little behind him. Pitch to Floyd Little. Little to his right. Brought down in the backfield. Loss of 1. Excellent job by Mikey Reed. 2nd and 11. Denson, Hafner are your wideouts. Whalen's the tight end for Denver. Anderson and Little is split backfield. Pete Lisk pitches to Little. Little to the right. Cuts back towards the middle. Struggles for 3. Bill Berge wraps him up. 3rd and 8. Denver goes 4 wide. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Little, the lone setback. Lisk to throw. Complete to Embry. Cuts to the out. Takes it close to the 45 of Denver, and that's exactly where they'll spot it in the snow. That's a 17-yard gain. Here come the Broncos, but the Broncos continually shoot themselves in the foot. Ball at their 45, first down and 10. Motion top of the screen for Denver. Lisk to throw. Quick out to Hafner, out of bounds at the Cincinnati 49. So Denver in Bengal territory. 2nd and 4 for the Broncos. Anderson and Little are in the backfield. Lisk looking, throws. Denson. That was a short little hook. He busts to the outside, got pushed out of bounds. Gain of 6. Another first down for the Broncos. Broncos coming back with a vengeance, but they have to score. They've moved the ball, but only 6 points to show for it. Denver at the Cincinnati 43, 1st and 10. List to throw. Another quick hook, this time a little behind Hafner. Incomplete. Kenny Riley on the coverage of Mike Hafner. So 2nd and 10. Lisk brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the Cincinnati 43. Lisk, quick hitter, incomplete. Ball thrown behind Jimmy Whalen. 3rd and 10 for Denver. 4 wide, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Hafner and Van Heusen to the top. Denson and Embry to the bottom. Floyd Little, the running back. I'd run a delay here. Lisk to throw. Complete to Hafner. Beautiful job. Hafner hooked about 9 yards. The ball was right there. He hooked to the out. The ball was right on his hands. Picked up those extra 2 yards. 1st down and 10 for the Broncos at the Cincinnati 32. Motion out of the backfield for Denver. Lisk looking, throwing to the sidelines. Hafner incomplete. Getting a hand on it was Kenny Riley. Excellent defense by the Bengals. 2nd and 10 for Denver at the Cincinnati 32. Lisk under center. It's a blitz. Lisk scrambles. He's brought down near the 40. There's a flag on the play. The sack was by Royce Berry. Loss of 8, but what is this flag?
Incidental face mask. Defense.
Face mask on the Bengals will give the Broncos a 1st down. Paul Brown not happy with that call on the Cincinnati sidelines. So instead of a huge loss for the Broncos, it's 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 17. But can they take advantage of it? They trail by 4. Here's Lisk in the offense on 1st and 10. Lisk takes it himself to the left. Picks up 3. 2nd and 7 for Denver at the Cincinnati 14. They're going to go I formation. Anderson the up back. Floyd Little behind him. Motion top of the screen for Denver. Lisk to Anderson. The fullback bounces to the outside as the middle was plugged. Picks up 3, but another yellow hanky on the snowy field.
Holding. Defense.
The flag once again goes against the Bengals. Holy cow. 1st and goal now for Denver at the Cincinnati 9. They trail by 4. They have 3 or 4 cracks to punch it in and take the lead. Anderson and Little are your backs. Hafner and Denson, the wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. Will they throw an out pattern to the corner to Whalen? We shall see. Motion top of the screen. Lisk throwing incomplete. He was targeting Al Denson. Excellent coverage by the Bengals. 2nd and goal from the Cincinnati 9 for the Broncos. Motion, bottom of the screen for Denver. Lisk gives it to Little. Little to the left. Nothing there. In fact, he'll lose a yard. The front 7 of Cincinnati wins the day. 3rd and goal. Bobby Howfield, to the chagrin of Lou Saban and many a Denver Bronco fan, warming his leg on the sidelines. Big play here, 3rd and goal from the Cincinnati 10 for the Broncos. They're down 10-6. Lisk to throw. Pressure. Throwing. Incomplete. Lisk threw off his back foot. Pressure right in his face. Pass intended for Al Denson. Here comes Bobby Howfield. Oh, boy. He's missed 2 field goals and an extra point. The snap. The place. The kick is up and sneaks through the left upright. The Broncos pulled to within 1. Bobby Howfield breathes a sigh of relief. Lou Saban screaming at him. That's what the F you're supposed to do. It's a 10-9 game, 8:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Howfield kicks off. Taking a knee in the end zone is Larry Parrish. Frank Del Plato says Whitey making amends. Good to see you, Frank. Good to see everyone in the chat. Gary Sorrell, how you doing, my friend? Gary does a lot of cool stuff with this game. He makes, I believe Gary does a nice job with the animation. I follow the Facebook. I'm in the Facebook group. He says, "Hi, guys. Al, loving the snow game." Me too. I love snow games. Rob's Rule says, "Miracles happen." I think Rob's talking about the Howfield making a freaking field goal. So the Bengals up by 1. 8:40 to play in the third quarter. Dunn and Myers are your wideouts. Trumpy's the tight end. He had the big touchdown receptions. Virgil Carter under center. Phillips and Robinson, the running backs. Carter, play action fake, hits Phillips out of the backfield. Minimal gain of 3, tackled by Carl Cunningham. JT 2.0, how you doing, my friend? 2nd and 7, just about 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Carter throws. Myers, first down. Tough catch over the middle. Took a big pop from Dave Washington. Cincinnati, 1st and 10 at their 31. Carter leading the offense for the Bengals. Carter to throw. Has time. Pumps. Goes to his secondary receiver. Out of the backfield. Incomplete. Pass intended for Paul Robinson. 2nd and 10 for Cincinnati. Snow continues to fall here. Mild wind, Riverfront Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Phillips and Robinson, the running backs. Trumpy's the tight end. Dunn and Myers, the wideouts. Trumpy, the big 73-yard touchdown reception from the arm of Virgil Carter. Carter calls for motion. Carter. Robinson. Sweep right. Nowhere. Loss of 1. Rich Jackson. All over that. Good job by the Broncos. It'll be 3rd and 11 now. 4 wide for Cincinnati. Virgil Carter takes it himself to the right. First down. Virgil Carter took it himself. Gets knocked out of bounds. It's a 16-yard run. Let's watch that over. We'll watch it in slow motion. Virgil Carter audibles his own number. Big play by Virgil Carter. Carter is still upset with the clock management, the decision that Coach Paul Brown, a legend, made when he went to the field goal with 30 seconds left in the half. Now, grant you, Cincinnati had no timeouts left, but it was 3rd down. My God, Virgil Carter, you can't trust him to throw the ball away, and Carter has really come out flaming in this second half. Ball at the Cincinnati 46 after the Carter run. 1st and 10. About 6 minutes to play. Carter takes it himself with minimal to no success, no gain. This time, Rich Jackson and company put a big pop on Virgil Carter, trying to knock his teeth out. Cincinnati goes big backfield. Full backfield, full house. Phillips, Johnson, that's Essex Johnson in the middle. Robinson, Phillips, they flank him. 2 tight end set with Bruce Coslet and Bob Trumpy. I'd throw out of this set. Coslet and Trumpy can both catch. Virgil Carter rolls a bit to the right, looking for Trumpy. Complete. First down near the sticks. They've got it. Excellent play call and formation there by the Cincinnati Bengals. You got 2 good receiving tight ends. Go full house. Bunch everybody up and then hit one of those tight ends to the out, and that's just what they did. Bengals up by 1, trying to expand that lead. 1st and 10 at the Denver 44. More traditional set now with Robinson and Phillips in the backfield for Cincinnati. Broncos jumped. It's a free 5.
Encroachment. Defense.
1st and 5 for the Bengals at the Denver 39. Cincinnati goes back to the 2 tight end full house backfield. This is a dangerous situation for the Broncos. They're all bunched up in the middle. Good time for a deep out. Instead, they sweep with Robinson, who is brought down. That play was blown up by Pete Duranko. Loss of 3. Paul Robinson, good to know you. And Robinson goes limping off the field. He took a big hit by Duranko. Essex Johnson comes in for Paul Robinson. They stick with that full house backfield. Johnson, and Phillips, the law firm, in the full house. Coslet and Trumpy, your tight end, 2nd and 8. Virgil Carter pitches to Essex Johnson. Johnson gains the outside to the right. First down inside the 30 of Denver. So Essex Johnson with a good tough run. Under 4 to play in this third quarter. 10-9. Cincinnati looking to host the AFC Championship game. Phillips and Johnson, that's Essex Johnson in the backfield for the Bengals. Play action, Carter out, incomplete. It was a quick hitch to the out to Paul Dunn. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bengals at the Denver 28. Motion for the Bengals. Carter to throw. Over the middle, complete to Chip Myers. Took a big pop from Cornell Gordon, but it's a gain of 5. 3rd and 5. Cincinnati trying to stretch out this Denver defense. Denver, with no safety help, they're hedging their bet. Maybe they're thinking a trap play to Essex Johnson, but you have Crabtree, Dunn, and Lamb to the bottom. Myers is to the top. Those are your 4 wideouts for Cincinnati. Carter to throw. Quick hitter to Myers. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. What a tackle by Paul Martha. What a tackle. It was a quick hook. Carter put it right on Chip Myers' hands as he turned, staying low, getting right underneath and lifting up, bringing down Chip Myers quickly to deny him the chain was Paul Martha. That is worth a slow motion look. Watch the hit and tackle. Booyah! 4th and 1. Molman to try to extend the 1-point lead to 4. Sam Weich to hold. This is a 26-yard field goal attempt. Molman puts it up. And it sneaks through the right upright. It is good. Cincinnati up 13-9. That was a hell of a tackle by the Broncos' Martha. Molman to kick off. 2:03 left in this 3rd quarter. Snow falling here at Riverfront Stadium. From the end zone comes Billy Anderson. Anderson to the 10. Cuts to the outside. Oh, boy, that's going to piss off Paul Brown. He didn't make the 20. They'll spot it at the 18. 1:51 left in the 3rd quarter. Anderson and Little are your backs. Hafner, Denson, the wideouts. Whaling's the tight end. Lisk under center. 13-9 Cincinnati. Broncos trail by 4. Little to the left. Little fumbles, and the Bengals come up with it. Another turnover by the Denver Broncos. Holy cow, the Bengals have it in point-blank range. Riverfront Stadium explodes in the snow. D. Scott Howard says, "Hey, Al, how much do the free individual seasons cost?" Well, that's a hell of a question, D. Scott Howard. The free individual seasons, which go from, 1940, the NFL seasons, to present day 2022, you have to dig deep in your pockets. They're absolutely, say it everyone, with me, free. The seasons are absolutely free, created by the wonderful mod community. And if you don't like some of the ratings or the way the team plays, you can adjust it. You know why? Because every season's free, and the game's wonderful. It can be purchased on Steam for just over $20. What a value. Pro Strategy Football 2023 gets better each and every year. So let's say thank you to Carrie Batts and the wonderful community for this beautiful, wonderful, outstanding, fantastic game. I love it. Paul Robinson has recovered for the Bengals to be back in on offense for Cincinnati. Well, he's back in now because Floyd Little fumbled. 13-9, 1:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Robinson and Phillips the backs. Myers and Dunn the wideouts. Trumpy's the tight end. Ball at the 21 of Denver. Trumpy on the reverse. 3 yards. About a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down. Carter hits Chip Myers. Had pressure right in his face, but it was a quick hitter. Carter doing a good job of reading this defense. That's a gain of 4, 3rd and 3. Final seconds of the 3rd quarter, 4 wide. Carter incomplete, went to the well too often. Bill Thompson nearly jumped that quick hitter to Chip Myers. He was thinking pick 6. As D. Scott Howard says, that is reasonable. You are correct, D. Scott. 4th and 3, Molman for the field goal. It's good. 16-9, Cincinnati Bengals. Mr. Wrestling 2, check out that wonderful channel. He does a lot of neat things with many games. Does wonderful mods. Needs some Orange Crush. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Cincinnati trying to advance to the AFC Championship game. If they do, they will host it here at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Molman to kick off. Snow falling. Mild wind. Anderson this time wisely takes a knee. 16 seconds left. Third quarter. Denver down by 7. 16-9. If you're just joining us, Bobby Howfield, the kicker for Denver, has missed a field goal wide left. He missed an extra point wide left. He missed a field goal wide right before finally making one. Anderson and Little are your running backs for Denver. Whalen's the tight end. Hafner and Denson the wideouts. Pete Lisk under center. Lisk, quick hitter to Hafner, not much at all. 2-yard gain. He took a big pop from Kenny Avery. Flag on the play.
Holding. Defense.
So that's holding on Cincinnati. Motion. Guess what? Denver gives it right back.
False start. Offense.
Still 10 seconds left in the third quarter. 4 wide for the Broncos. Pitch out to Floyd Little, who fumbled on his last carry, leading to the field goal by Cincinnati. Thus the 16-9 lead. No gain. No gain. Excellent job by the Bengals. 5 seconds left. Motion. I think that's it. That's the end of the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football. One of these two teams is advancing to the AFC Championship game. Third down conversions. Denver, 53%, 7 of 13. Cincinnati, only 2 for 10. And the question was asked by Rob's Rule. So there's your third down conversion, Rob, after 3 quarters of football. Great catch there, Rob. Here we go, final 15 minutes of football. We've switched sides. 2nd and 15 for the Broncos at their 20. Anderson and Little, the split backs. Denson and Hafner, your wideouts. Whalen's the tight end. Lisk to throw on 2nd and 15. Pocket holds up. Incomplete. Was looking for a deep out on the sidelines to Al Denson. 3rd and 15. 4 wide for Denver. 3 to the top. Embry, Van Heusen, Denson. Hafner to the bottom. Floyd Little, the lone setback on 3rd and 15. Zone coverage for the Bengals. Lisk trying to find the seam. He can't. Van Heusen, the pass to Van Heusen is swallowed up by the zone defense. 4th down. Van Heusen to punt from about the 4. It's a horrible punt. He shankapaloozes it off the side of his foot. Only a 25-yard punt for Billy Van Heusen. Remember, it was Billy Van Heusen who fumbled on the huge pass play. Lisk hit him. They were going to be, I think, inside the 10. He fumbled the ball earlier in this game. It's been a lot of mistakes by the Broncos. Now another mistake gives Cincinnati the ball 1st and 10 in Denver territory at the Bronco 45. Virgil Carter, not happy with his head coach Paul Brown, who really called a very conservative play call near the end of the first half when he kicked a field goal on 3rd down with 30 seconds to go. He had no timeouts. He was afraid of a sack, and Virgil Carter just was, what you have no faith in me. Carter's come out on fire in the second half. Myers, Trumpy, Dunn are your receivers. Trumpy being the tight end for Cincinnati. Robinson and Phillips, the running backs, on 1st and 10. Motion, top of the screen for the Bengals. They go opposite motion with the pitch play. Phillips gets to the outside. Beautiful run by Jesse Phillips. That is a gain of 13. Ball to Denver 32. Snow falling continuously here at Riverfront Stadium. Robinson to the right. Not the same success. Only gets 2. 2nd and 8. Clock going tick, tick, tick on the Broncos season. Clock going tick, tick, tick for the Bengals to host the AFC Championship game. 2nd and 8 at the Denver 30. Carter pitches to Jesse Phillips. Phillips, beautiful run, pinballing off would-be tacklers, bounces back to the out, picks up 15 yards. Finally tripped up by Billy Thompson. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. It's a pitch right. Pinballs after 3 would-be tacklers, bounces to the outside to the sidelines. What a run by Jesse Phillips. 1st and 10 at the Denver 15. So Cincinnati can get a 1st down at the Bronco 5. Motion by the Bengals. Free play Phillips to the left. Broncos jump. Phillips picks up 4. They'll take the penalty probably.
Offsides. Defense.
Yep. So 1st and 5 at the Denver 10. I formation. Phillips the up back. Robinson behind him for the Bengals. Motion top of the screen. Carter up back. Phillips. First down. He almost gets in. They'll spot it at the 2. Jesse Phillips running like a bull here in the snow. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. This could put the football game away for the Bengals. Remember, they only have 1 loss. It came back in Week 5 here at Riverfront Stadium against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs will play at home against the Dolphins in our next playoff game. Chiefs handled Cincinnati quite easily, 31-12 in Week 5. 1st and goal for Cincinnati. Carter, he's stuffed. He went to the right, loses a yard. 2nd and goal, full house backfield for the Bengals. It's a give. Robinson tries to bounce to the outside, no gain. In fact, that'll be another yard loss. 3rd and goal from the Denver 4. Carter to throw, looking, pumps, looking, throws middle. Touchdown to Robinson out of the backfield. Carter, 4 yards to Paul Robinson. Those are nails you hear going into the Denver Broncos coffin. Here's the replay in slow motion as we watch the Nestea plunge. Carter to Paul Robinson. 2nd touchdown toss by Virgil Carter. Again, none too happy with head coach Paul Brown for very questionable play calling at the end of the first half. Bengals now up 22-9. We await the Mullman extra point. White puts the ball down. The kick is up and through, 23-9. 10:32 to play in this football game. Mullman to kick off. Broncos need to score and score fast. They've shown the ability to move the ball, but turnovers, missed field goals, it's all killed them. From the 1 comes Billy Anderson. Anderson shimmy shams, crosses the 30. Last man standing, the kicker brings him down. 31-yard return by Bobby Anderson. Denver has it 1st and 10 at their 34. Little and Anderson are in the backfield. Denson, Hafner, the wideouts. Whaling's the tight end. Pete Lisk has to come up huge here. It's a blitz. Pitch out to Floyd Little. To the right. No gain. Excellent job of lateral pursuit by the Bengals. 2nd and 10. Under 10 to play. 4 wide. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Little the lone setback for the Broncos. No safety help. Little caught in the backfield. Strung out of bounds. 3-yard loss. What is Denver thinking here? 3rd and 13. It might as well be 10 miles. 2 deep zone coverage for the Bengals. Lisk throws, seam, Hafner could not hold on. Had he made the catch, it would have been a 1st down. Van Heusen to punt. 9:01 to play in this football game. 23-9. Broncos will need a 3 and out to quickly try to get the ball back to their offense. Out of bounds goes the punt. 45-yard punt. Cincinnati starts 1st and 10 at their 24. 8:55 left in this football game. Carter under center, calls for motion. Carter to throw. Wow. Under duress, throws incomplete. That was a long pass to Paul Dunn. Cornell Gordon on the coverage. 2nd and 10 for Cincinnati at their 24. 4 wide. Back stays in the block. Complete to Chip Myers, out of bounds. Should have stayed in bounds there, Chip, but he picks up 16. Another 1st down for Cincinnati. I formation, 2 tight end set for the Bengals. Phillips to the left. He'll lose a yard. Wonderful play by Dave Costa. 2nd and 11 for Cincinnati. Phillips and Robinson are your running backs on 2nd and 11. Ball at the Cincinnati 39. Motion, top of the screen for the Bengals. Carter goes opposite motion. Picks up 4 tough yards. Carter is fearless. 3rd and 7 for Cincinnati. Under 7 to play. I formation. Phillips the up back. Robinson behind him. Will Cincinnati pound the rock on 3rd and 7? Motion to the top of the screen. Carter will throw the pigskin. Carter hits Myers on the hitch. Another 1st down as Cincinnati crosses midfield. Ball at the Denver 46. Clock going tick, tick, tick. Fans are elated here in Cincinnati. Motion, top of the screen. Carter takes it himself. 4 yards for Virgil Carter. Under 6 to play. Carter, play action. Hits Phillips out of the backfield. Another first down. Cincinnati clicking on all cylinders. Firing on all cylinders. Under 5. Pitch out to Phillips. Phillips to the left. Picks up a wonderful block. Goes to the outside. Knocked. Did he stay in bounds? Yes, he did. 14 yards. They'll spot it at the Denver 21. About 4 minutes to play in this game. Carter. Robinson the other way to the right. Ridden out of bounds. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. 4:02 left in the football game. Carter, Robinson, trap play. 1 yard flag on the play.
Defense.
Things go bad, and things are going bad for Denver. 1st and 10 at the Denver 15. Phillips to the right. Picks up 1. About 3 minutes to play in this football game. Pitch out to Robinson. Robinson cuts back from the left. Picks up 3. 3rd and 6. 2:23 and counting. Robinson sweep right. First down inside the 5. They'll take it to the 2-minute warning, I would think. No, there is an injury timeout. Paul Martha, helping out on the tackle, got his bell rung. You know what that means. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. D. Scott Howard says, anyone see the new XFL onside kick rule today? You get 1 play from the 25 to get 15 yards and keep the ball. Interesting. Yeah, they did. They had something like that a couple of years ago, too. It is an interesting... I forgot they were on today. I saw some highlights. Here we go. Denver uses a timeout. 1st and goal. Full house backfield. Robinson to the left will struggle for a yard. Denver uses their 2nd timeout. 2:12 left in the football game. I formation. They pitch to Robinson. Touchdown. He gains the corner. Mushes in from 3 yards out. This game is history. Dandy Don tuning it up, saying, turn out the lights. The party's over. All good things must come to an end. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. It's now 29-9. We await the extra point. Gary Sorrell says, I didn't see the play, but enjoyed the DC-Seattle game. Here's the extra point by Molman. He's got it. 30-9. Cincinnati will be hosting the AFC Championship game against the winner of Miami, who will visit the Kansas City Chiefs in our next divisional playoff game. Here's the kickoff by Molman. 2:06 to play. It's academic, folks. But there's no one leaving here at Riverfront Stadium. They are celebrating. Thompson takes it out of the end zone. Only gets to the 10. This is it. 2 minutes. Lisk to throw. Lisk throws. Incomplete. Trying to hit Little out of the backfield. 1:49 left in the football game. 3 deep zone for the Bengals. Lisk looking, throwing deep. Incomplete. Pass pattern to Mike Hafner, well covered by Cincinnati. Cincinnati has an injury. Royce Berry is favoring his ankle. He goes out. Willie Jones comes in. I would just keep Berry out of the game as it's in hand. 3rd and 10. Garbage time. Lisk throws. Incomplete. 4th and 10. Van Heusen to punt. He gets the punt off. Not a good punt at all. Well, not a bad punt, but actually not a good punt. 38-yard punt. Bengals will just grind the ball here. Final 132. Phillips to the right. He busts off a big run. Stays in bounds smartly. Flag on the play will be Denver. Cincinnati declines. Cincinnati in victory formation. Carter takes a knee. Again, victory formation. Carter takes a knee. Fans are celebrating. They're throwing snowballs up in the air here in Cincinnati, Ohio at Riverfront Stadium. The Bengals will advance 30-9 to the AFC Championship game. That is it. The Cincinnati Bengals break open a close game with a huge second half. Virgil Carter very annoyed and pissed at the head coach, Paul Brown, for a very conservative play call at the end of the first half, as Brown showed no faith in his young quarterback. Well, Carter said, I'll show you what I can do. And he sure did. Virgil Carter, player of the game, MVP. of this divisional playoff game. 19 of 32, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8 rushes, 22 yards. So Virgil Carter, hats off to you. 30-9 Cincinnati. Quickly look at some stats. Denver had 281 yards in offense. Denver, with the 2 turnovers, were horrific. Plus, they missed 2 field goals and an extra point. What might have been. Cincinnati, 396 yards of offense. No turnovers. I mean, Denver was converted a lot on third downs. They just didn't do anything with those conversions. Time of possession won by Cincinnati. All right, let's look at Denver. Pete Lisk, 13 of 35, only 37%, 186 yards. No touchdowns, no picks, sacked 1 time for 7 yards of loss. Virgil Carter, we already told you that player. He had that 73-yard touchdown pass to Trumpy. He was sacked once for 7 yards of loss. Weich came in when Carter had to go out. They had to work on his ankle. He was 0 for 1. Cincinnati rushing. Paul Robinson, 14 of 23. Jesse Phillips, 13 for 87, though Robinson had the touchdown. For Denver, Floyd Little, not a bad game, but a horrific fumble when they were still in the game. 23 for 82 with 1 touchdown and 1 very costly fumble. Receiving, Al Denson, 4 for 66. Billy Van Heusen, 1 for 34, and he fumbled the ball. I believe they would have been inside the 10 of Cincinnati. Hefner, 4 for 54. Embry, 2 for 24. Cincinnati. Chip Myers, 9 for 84. Trumpy only had 2 catches, but one of them was a 73-yard touchdown play, and that turned the tide of battle. The other touchdown toss went to Robinson out of the backfield. Defensively for Cincinnati, Bill Berge, 9 tackles. He had a fumble recovery. So did Kenny Riley. The 1 sack went to Ken Avery. For Denver, Carl Cunningham, the left outside linebacker, 13 tackles, 2 for losses. The 1 sack was by Paul Smith. Here's where it all fell apart for Denver. Bobby Howfield, 1 for 3, and he missed an extra point. Horst Mullman, 3 for 3 for field goals, 3 for 3 for extra points. Denver goes home. Cincinnati will stay home as they advance to the AFC Championship game. They will host the winner between the visiting Miami Dolphins and the hometown Kansas City Chiefs. Once again, Virgil Carter, your MVP of this divisional playoff game. 30-9, Cincinnati wins. So we have the Miami Kansas City game, PC versus PC, coming up next this week at some point. And then we'll get our revenge game against the Rams. We lost to them in week 14. Had we won, we would have been the number 1 seed in the NFC. We lost a close one. So now we get revenge. We play them again, back-to-back weeks, once again in Yankee Stadium. Fran the Man Tarkenton and the New York Giants. So I'd like to thank Steeler Fan 1933, D. Scott Howard. Rob's Rules, thank you for the 2 donations. Greatly appreciate that. Check out his wonderful channel. Gary Sorrell, thank you for being a wonderful member of the community of Pro Strategy Football 2023 and all you do. Mr. Wrestling 2, check out his channel. Frank Del Plato, JT 2.0, David Selinsky, Mark Russell. Mark's getting, where is the game he's playing? Starting his new league soon. Brandon Linville. As Mark Russell says, getting my team Pacific Whalers ready for the Cold Snap IPFC co-op project that will be starting soon. That's a play game, correct? I think. If you're still there, Bob's Tabletop Sports, check out that wonderful channel. CB Blackbird, thank you very much. I thought Lou Saban was the father of Nick Saban. He's a distant cousin, so that was cool to find out. Continue to scroll up. I think we Dave Gardner, thank you. Jim L, hope all is well, thank you. And I think we got everybody. So take care. If you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button, as you should do with any content creator you enjoy. If you have not subscribed and you're new, please do so. Hit the bell for notification when we go live or upload. We had a wonderful boxing game earlier. Glory Days Boxing, wonderful fight between Deontay Wilder and John L. Sullivan. Check that out. It was a lot of fun. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. As Mark Russell says, yes. So that's the Canadian Football League game. I've looked at that. Is that the fictional team, Mark? The fictional teams? Because that team doesn't sound familiar to me. Not that I know a lot about Canadian football. I used to follow it when Doug Flutie was up there. So once again, greatly appreciate your time. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. I love you all. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Subscribe, like, do all those good things for them. We'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace. Love you all. Bengals advance to the AFC Championship.